the biggest keys for us is going to be able to contain the quarterback. And we worked third down today, third down pressures on both sides. And when you watch tape on Armani, it's evident that if you don't stay in your lanes or you allow him to break contain, he can hurt you dearly. And we put a lot of focus into that today. It's something that I look forward to. Hopefully this work today shows up on Saturday because his ability to move the chains is something special. Really no new news other than Marquise Step has been cleared off a concussion protocol, so you saw him starting to get work back into practice. He will not play in this game, but it's good to see him back out here and starting practice again.
Did Josh follow okay?
Yeah, Josh is good. Had a little bit of a tight hamstring yesterday, so we just held him today being preventative.
Are you expecting Joel Obendon to be able to start on Saturday?
We'll see. We'll see. You know, we've held him for 2 days. He's got that pec strain. We're taking it day to day. You know, he's got so many reps, so much experience, and has been in the system for so long that you know, he doesn't need a lot of reps during the week. But we'll see where we're at by tomorrow and Friday.
Coach, it's first game,
Yeah.
fall camp. I mean, what is it like for the kids knowing? I mean, the anxiousness, the anxiety level. I mean, they're kids.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty about SC is the expectations of being here in the first game and the expectations that this group has to take the next step. And you know, these seniors that have done so much in the last 2 years, to be able to walk back in that Coliseum is exciting. You know, we've been hitting each other now for the last 4 weeks, and we're ready to go play somebody. So it's I think everybody's anxious. Everybody's ready to get back in the Coliseum.
Porter says that he's ready to start. I'm sure you're shocked by that, but he looked pretty good out the last 2 days. What are the chances of him?
I think they're pretty good to really good. You know, I thought the big day was yesterday to be able to get some really physical work and see where it was. He came in this morning, felt great. The doctors felt great about it. Unless there's some unforeseen swelling or pain that comes with it, we'll take it day to day, all the way up to game time. But he's really looked good the last 2 days. I'm surprised he said that.
Austin Jackson looked like he was taped up pretty heavily and sat a little bit today. Are you concerned he might not be ready to go Saturday?
He worked well today. Got a lot of work. You know, he's been dealing with an ankle. We actually gave that thing 4 days off. He's worked all the way through the week. We have had to tape it up pretty heavily, but he's feeling better each and every day. Again, something that we'll get as long as he's practicing and getting the reps out here. He looks like he can play, but we'll take it day to day.
When you were picking punt returner, you went with him on St. Brown. What did he show there, and why did you feel comfortable letting the freshman back there?
A couple things. One, I thought he made great decisions as far as when to field the ball, when not to field the ball. He has a maturity about it. He's done it before. Two, natural catcher. You could just see that it was easy for him, natural for him. He didn't have to work at it. And then in some scrimmages, it was neat to see him burst out and create some explosive runs coming off the punt return. He's got kind of a knack for it. He's got that one move and being able to explode. It's something that he looks natural at. Thought he did the best job coming out of camp, so he'll start.
Seems like he's got a knack for everything.
He does a heck of a job, and I think I've said this before. I think that he reminds me a lot of Robert Woods. The maturity that he's come in with mentally and physically to be able to contribute, the seriousness that he's gone about preparing for this season. He's going to be a really, really good college football player. You can just tell when some guys step on this field, he's going to be one of those guys.
Did you know a German TV crew was out here to see him?
What's that?
Did you know like a TV crew from Germany was out here to see him?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I try to keep up with them. It's hard enough to keep up with them, 110 of them rather than y'all too. So it's good that they're out here then.
What kind of interactions did you have with Tony Sanchez when he was at Corona?
You know, obviously you get to know Tony over the years because he was the head coach of Rome and did a great job. He really built a program there and did such a tremendous job, and now his brother continues that legacy. But you know, one of the biggest things about recruiting is the relationship and the relationships with high school coaches, and Coach Sanchez has been a great coach for a long time. It's good to see him doing what he's doing.
Were you surprised at high school to college head coach is something we haven't seen in a while. You know, everybody remembers Dan Devine and a few others, but it hadn't happened for a while when he got the UNLV job.
There's a lot of great coaches out there, and some of us are college coaches, some are high school, some are NFL coaches, but we all coach. And some of the best ones I've ever met have been high school coaches. And I think Coach Malzahn was another one that does a tremendous job. But you know, in my 24 years, I've walked into high school, sat down, and talked ball, and go, wow, you know, that's a special coach. And thank goodness, you know, that we lean on the fact as college coaches that from 15 to 18, we're hoping that high school coach is a great coach because we get them there a better product. And thank goodness we got a bunch of those across the country.
Is there an area you feel stronger about with this team than you did with the last year's team heading into Western Michigan?
I feel really confident in our defense right now. I feel, you know, when you look at the experience across the board going into this year and the amount of play that they've gotten, the games that they have been in, the big-time games, I don't think a moment will be too big for them. They're pretty serious about their business.
Clay, you have a question.
Yeah.
If Toa doesn't play, have you ever been in a situation as a quarterback coach or head coach where you could have an inexperienced freshman quarterback and an inexperienced center, basically, starting a game in the first game?
Well, I'll go take my Pepto-Bismol now. But no, I tell you what, the good thing is, you know, we redshirted Brett Nealon last year, and I thought he's done a tremendous job both in spring and in camp. Really could have helped us even last year if need be. And you know, we made the commitment to redshirt him after halfway through the season. But he's ready to play when called upon. And Justin Dedich is another young man that you could see on Saturday in different positions. So, you know, we've got three very, very capable centers, and the other two are ready to go if Toa's not.
One more. Good.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.